Don't just ride the index, seek to outperform it with Fidelity Active ETFs. Learn more at fidelity.com/active ETFs. Before investing in any exchange-traded fund, you should consider its investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Contact Fidelity for a prospectus, an offering circular, or if available, a summary prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully. While active ETFs offer the potential to outperform an index, these products may more significantly trail an index as compared with passive ETFs. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
The legend of Cayman Jack is just around the corner. With blue agave nectar, real lime juice, and cane sugar. Discover legendary taste with America's #1 margarita. Premium flavored malt beverage. Please drink responsibly. All registered trademarks used under license by American Vintage Beverage Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to crank the volume to 11 and get ready to party as we welcome the cake-throwing, cliff-jumping, cold plunge dunking, dance music maniac Steve Aoki to the AFK stage. Hailing from the vibrant city of Miami, Florida, Steve's journey began with surprising twists. He was a badminton prodigy and a chess master. And let's not forget his legendary father, Rocky Aoki, the Japanese wrestling sensation who gave us the iconic Benihana restaurants. But Steve isn't just a prodigy. He's a world-renowned DJ and music producer on a never-ending world tour, rocking sold-out shows with over 200,000 fans in attendance and boasting an impressive 4 billion-plus Spotify streams. Beyond the music, Steve's commitment to mental and physical health shines through his Aoki Foundation, which supports groundbreaking research in brain science and regenerative medicine. Steve Aoki, welcome to the show, dude.
That was awesome.
Oh, baby.
Awesome.
So my first question is, man, where are you about right now, dude? Where in the parts of the world are you recording from? Are you home right now or are you traveling?
Yeah, back home, Vegas. It's been heavy touring. Like I thought that after Europe I'd be chilling, but no, it's like we went pretty hard. Like the last few weekends was like 5 shows, 4 shows, 3 shows, 5 shows, and then just got back from Chile and Brazil, but I'm back home this week, so it's nice.
Oh my God, bro. So I have so many freaking questions. First off, what's the longest that you've toured for? Like toured for straight? Technically,
I'm on tour all year.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, God, so you just don't stop then. So we're talking like
no. So like I like since 2006 till now. Besides COVID, it's been every year like 200 shows plus.
Oh my God. Yeah. So bro. So this is your passion. You have to love this shit. Like
it's like kind of like what you do with gaming. Like you might like take a break here and there and go travel and do that, but you got to get back in your chair and you got to it's like
literally,
you know what I mean? Like, and it's not your responsibility to your fans but you like it. Right. So it's the same kind of thing. Like for me, like the way it's structured, my team, my agents, I have multiple agents around the world. My management, they like, I don't even know where I'm playing half the time. Like
that's that's the best though, dude. No, literally, man. Like so for me, I suffer from, I feel like every millennial in the world and then some suffers from like just some sort of anxiety. And one of my, like when I was blowing up, like back in 2018, 2017, 2019, dude, I literally told Jess and my team, like, so my wife, Jess, I was like, guys, I was like, literally don't tell me anything. Don't tell, like, besides like sponsors and shit and stuff like that, when I had to like do a stream, like if I'm traveling, I was like, tell me the day before, maybe in like the night, like the night of, dude, it was just so much easier. I was in just autopilot mode. It was like, Tyler, you're going here at this plane, like at this time,
right?
You're going to do this. You're in and out. Then you're going here. And I was like, let's go. Cool.
Even like for press and interviews, I know you gave me a sheet. I didn't look at it. So I don't even like, I don't really prep much. I just kind of,
same.
I'm like off the hip, like just hip fire style.
Oh no, dude! I guarantee our freaking PR teams are just like, oh god, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like it's good that my teams have it all set. I'm glad they do, but you know, I've been doing it long enough where and at the end of the day, like even with like this, it's like it's just a conversation about life. You know, that's pretty pretty easy for me to I don't need no prep on that, but like with like. The only time my team ever really says, okay, we're going to talk to you about this because it's pretty crazy. Yeah. And like I was in China and then they're like, okay, then you have a show in Philly. And, so like I flew from Shanghai to Philly. I did like 3 shows in China back to back. Then I was straight to Philly. And then they're like, now this is the one that we need to talk to you about. The next day you have 3 shows potentially. Denver, Dallas, and Vegas. Do you want to not do 3? I'm like, we're 100% doing 3. I mean, if I can lock in 4, I'll do 4 because I know I just have the stamina. Like I've built my body and my mind and my spirit to do it all. Like I love it. Like I'm like, I'll just take it on. So,
dude, rare breed, bro. Rare breed. I mean, I feel like. I would, again, you said this, like you've built it up and you've been doing this for a while. You're used to it mentally, emotionally, physically, all that stuff. But like for me, back in the day, like my grinding was I would go to tournaments and like Halo tournaments and stuff like that. And then I would leave like the night of the final day. Like I would leave Sunday night and fly home and then stream. Like that night, and I would miss like after parties and stuff, and like dude, that FOMO, man, would get me sometimes, dude. It's like after you play a show, you want to hang out with the people that are there, but bro, you're just on one, man. You got to keep going.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is like it's you know how to prioritize. I think that's the other thing about successful people or people that find the love and hammer it in and do it well is they know how to prioritize and keep that and execute upon that, because a lot of times there's so many different things that there's so many things that coming at us. Right. And it's really important that we're like, okay, how do we time manage this properly so that we know where to allocate our best resources, our best time and best us. So I think that makes sense to me.
So you traveled all over the world. You've probably traveled more than anyone that I've probably ever met. I gotta ask, I'm sure you ask this all the time, bro, and you're gonna probably let some people down if you answer it truthfully, dude. Favorite place to perform, or like most memorable show?
My last show in Chile, I just played there. I would say that show, and usually it's the summer shows that become like my favorite shows of the year because I'm playing back-to-back festivals at Europe, and they're just so crazy. The European festivals are main thing is that in Europe, people have grown up with dance music. It's part of the culture. It's not bro. It's not like a subculture. I mean, although dance music in America is like bigger than subcultures, but when I think of America, what's popular in culture is hip hop, and then electronic music has its own world. But in Europe, it is like it's electronic music. That's the main kind of form of music people listen to. So the festivals there are just off the wall. But I was saying like Chile, I just got back, was the biggest energy I've felt all year.
That's awesome, man.
I had to like really boil it down and go back through like Tomorrowland, which is absolutely one of my favorites. It's definitely the most pressure is Tomorrowland.
Damn.
I call Tomorrowland my New Year's Eve because it's the most important, most influential, the most amount of impact on my career, most eyeballs, people watching it online, live streaming, and on the YouTube. So it just represents like Steve Aoki 2023. So Tomorrowland's always going to be the most important. But Chile was the biggest energy for sure.
That's freaking sick, man. And you're going to all these places, bro. I'm a huge foodie. I have to ask, bro, what's your favorite meal or restaurant or whatever that you just love when you're traveling, man, that people have to go try?
Best food, period, Japanese chicken skewers.
Dude, are we talking like from the gas station or like just like, it doesn't matter?
No. So the Japanese, like my people have literally they've like perfected the chicken skewer.
You're making me hungry, bro.
Yeah, if you go to Japan, so when I go to Japan, that's my favorite place for food. Japan is also, Japan's my favorite place to travel, but and the top of the list reasons why Japan's my favorite place to travel. Top of the list is food. Okay,
yes, dude.
And then the top food of that. So we're going up the tree chart is yakitori, which is chicken skewers. There's places that only serve chicken. They don't serve pork, they don't serve beef, they don't serve anything. All you will get is different parts of chicken, and the way they prepare it, the way it tastes, it's just so good and so tasty and so.
I'm staring at it right now, bro.
It's so good, bro. It's
I Googled.
You have to go. Like anytime you go to like a high-end Japanese yakitori spot, just trust me and go, and then I think you're gonna agree with me. It's gonna be top 5 for you.
Like they have it down. Like I think that food is literally one of the most important things in life. I mean, it can really in every aspect, right? I mean, it could be the reason that a dog lives, 7 years or 20, right? Yes. And it can be the reason that humans, like, I mean, it's
same with humans. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I wanted to just start there and then move over to humans too. Like, I mean, I've heard these crazy stories of people being like, I went on an all plant diet and it cured my cancer. Like, right. I went on an all, it doesn't matter what it is. I think it's different for everybody, but dude, food is such a massive, like, it's life, dude. And it's 100%. And I absolutely love that. Speaking of food, we've talked about this probably 1,000 times. You've answered this 1,000,000 times. I still don't know personally, and I've like not dug into this because I've wanted to ask you personally, dude. Let's talk about the cake, bro. First off, do you love cake? Like, are you a sugar tooth guy? I have the biggest sweet tooth in the world.
Okay, so like you're better for me. I'm more like the waiter. So like I'm the delivery man. Like
you deliver the cake. I'll be the guy in the crowd.
I'm the Uber Eats,
eating it.
and so it's perfect. Like we have a pretty symbiotic relationship here, because if you love the cake, I will deliver it to you in the Steve Aoki style, and it's gonna be a mess and it's gonna be awesome. No, but I don't eat too much cake. Although I'm gonna go back once again to Japan. The best cake is Japanese strawberry shortcake. That's my absolute number one favorite cake.
Oh my God, dude.
It's creamy. It's just not too sugary. Dude, it's just fluffy, and it's just so good. It's just so good.
My favorite thing so far about, I feel like just ever since I've started up this podcast, I feel like naturally with so many different people I've connected, like unnecessarily in so many different ways, dude. Yeah. For example, the strawberry shortcake, dude. See, like I had this strawberry shortcake. So it's not from Japan, but I was at like a 5-star restaurant, beautiful restaurant, and I was like, oh, they have a strawberry shortcake, like, and it was a special, right? So it wasn't like on the menu. It's like one of their specials. I was like, I love strawberries, man, and like I usually love how fluffy these things are. Let me try this thing. I haven't had one in years, and bro, I almost like threw up. I ate so much. I ordered like 3 for the table.
Yeah.
I destroyed one, ate half of the second one, and like brought the rest home. Yeah. And it was just the most, dude. A strawberry shortcake, like baked the right way, is arguably one of the most delicious things on the planet. And now that you mentioned that, like, I'm assuming that first off, Japan, like, they fucking kick ass and have their own way of making everything. And like, I feel like they have this like obsession with perfection. So if you're ever going to want some, you know what I mean? So if I'm going to get the best strawberry shortcake, dude, I got to find the strawberry shortcake, man or lady in Japan and go to their place and just try it.
I always say this too. If you walk in a restaurant and you see that the pastry chef is Japanese, you definitely get the dessert. Because like I'm just telling you, like Japanese, they've mastered the dessert as well. And strawberry shortcake is like the top of that list for me. So like when I go to Japan, there's a certain place I go to, is the Grand Hyatt. There's a little restaurant there, and I don't get a slice. I get the whole cake.
Yeah, dude.
I get the whole cake, and I will take the whole thing down. Like, and I'm not much of like a dessert person, but when it comes to strawberry shortcake, that like just is the
It's on, bro. It's on. So you live in Vegas. That's your home. Do you have a residency there? Obviously, I would say no, right? Because you're traveling so much and you perform so much elsewhere, correct?
No, so I live here. I live here. I moved here in 2013, built a compound of a house. It's 16,000 square feet. And it's like
nice,
like
dude.
Massive creative space, but also a health retreat. I have like
mental
4
health,
cold
just
plunges,
reset, right?
2 saunas, 2 gyms, like a red light therapy bed, a hyperbaric chamber.
So you're like fucking Goku, man. Like after before the Frieza fight, you know what I mean? Like that's where you go. Like your touring is Frieza. And you go into that little hyperbolic time chamber, and that's where you reset.
Like Super Saiyan after that one for sure. So no, it's like that's like kind of the baseline of how I'm able to do so much is my health.
Is your recovery, yeah.
Yeah. It's like just understanding what my organs. We have like 70 something organs in the body, and we have our wonderful brain that we need to protect and take care of, and just understanding the body, getting blood work done, and understanding like what they all need to work at its peak, to be optimal. So I can like hit the road hard and not get sick. I like that's super important. Like, cause like when you're running strong and running hard, like you don't want to wake up and just be like, oh, I'm bogged down. Like I have 5 more things I got to do.
No, for sure.
You can't do it. So it's like the mindset of an athlete kind of thing, Oh,
no, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Like where there's physical distress on the body that athletes have to go through, right? That physical pain that they're dealing with being hit, or like whether it be football, the aggressiveness, right, whatever, that absolutely, like there's still that internal, right? Where I feel like, the organs, like what are we losing when we're traveling? What are we losing when we're doing what we do at a high level, right? We're probably losing like sleep. We're probably eating things that, we're not supposed to be eating. We're staying up later than we're supposed to be staying. So like 100%, you have to be, optimizing your recovery in different ways.
It's just like, it's like when you get healthier and you like understand nutrition, you're like, oh, okay, what's in this food? Is it processed, non-processed? Like you want to know what you're intaking. Well, at the same moment, the same exact ideology is I want to know how, like data metrics. I want to know how much I'm sleeping, what's the quality of sleep is. I want to understand like what areas of these workouts are focusing on this body, and like how do I strengthen this area? Just like understand as much of the detail and the science behind it. So I'm not just kind of in the gray and just like running at all cylinders, but that's super important.
Dude, I got two wombo quombo questions here. So you talk about sleep a lot, man. Do you have the ability, like I've seen people like in like the Marine Corps or whatever, they have to, be able to sleep under crazy duress and like get themselves to sleep in like 30 seconds. Do you have that capability, bro? Are you like able to just hit the bed and like meditate and boom, you're out in like 30 seconds?
Yes. Yeah. I don't have a problem. Like my sleep retention, which is basically right when like the time it takes for you to fall asleep is always under 3 minutes. And,
dude, that's gnarly, bro.
Yeah, but that's like I was talking to a sleep doctor about it, and like I was just saying, one time I had a show, right? So like let's say the show was at 4:00, and my tour manager, I'm dead serious about this too. This is crazy. My tour manager is like, it's 3:57. You're on in 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap, and I literally fell asleep into dream zone. I swear in 2 breaths, and then at 4:59. And 30 seconds, he's like, you're on in 30 seconds. I'm like, and then he woke me up, and then like I just shook out of it and jumped on stage.
Oh,
and
my
God.
That
like 2 minutes or whatever it was of like the quick REM or whatever I was in immediately, like that gave me better. It was better than like 3 shots of espresso. Like it was,
hell yeah, man.
So, but I was also so exhausted from doing so many shows back to back. So that's when like your sleep retention is like ridiculously short, because your body's craving to just get into REM,
Yeah.
So.
There's so many things that you're saying that resonate with me in so many different ways that I can relate to. I mean, literally this afternoon, I did some recordings, gamed a little bit, had like a nail appointment, getting ready to go to, you got to take care of the physical health stuff like that. Got to look good.
Of course.
And I was like, dude, I'm cutting out caffeine like on a high level. Like I'm not trying to have as much.
Yeah.
So I was feeling a little sleepy today. I was like, dude, I'm just going to I'm very good as well at like passing out. Like usually, like I'm very good at like just quick naps, things like that, falling asleep, and I was literally having like I had like a quick little power nap with Jess and like my wife, and we're just laying down there, and I felt like I felt super exhausted.
Yeah.
Lay there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then woke up and was like ready to go. Like literally, I was like, my heart's beating. I'm like, I'm awake now. Like I literally rest my eyes for 5 minutes and I'm freaking ready to go.
It's crazy what like a nap. I think I forgot what this. There's like a period of time where if you go a little bit over, you could feel more exhausted than if you didn't. But if you do it in like a certain increment or like before a certain period of time, where your brain's like not gonna get into like slog mode, it's incredible, man. It's like it's so much better than trying to like power down a Red Bull or a espresso or something. Like I try not to do that actually before my shows too. Before I would like take a couple of sips of Red Bull, like a minimum amount if I can right before a show, and then hit the stage with that. But like now I avoid all caffeine before any show, no matter how tired I am, and I either do a nap or I just like the music just lifts me up, man. Like
100%. I imagine being a freaking EDM artist. You're gonna be awake pretty quickly when you start the show.
Yeah. I mean, it's contagious. The energy from the crowd. You like it hits you literally across the face, like you just got hit by Mike Tyson or something. And I'm just like going in. I'm like, wow, I am awake. Because I remember like so many times people would be like, damn, you look so tired. And I'm literally about to hit stage. I'm like, watch what happens.
Give me a minute.
I'm telling you, it changes. It's like the body just, I don't know, the adrenaline, the testosterone, whatever it is happening inside of me. Like when I hit that stage, it's like, I'm just alive. And then when I'm off stage, when all the adrenaline and the testosterone wears off, whatever it is, I don't even know what I'm saying, but all that like just falls off the cliff. I just like get me to a bed so I can just not crash out on in this chair. But
no, 100%.
The legend of Cayman Jack is just around the corner. With blue agave nectar, real lime juice, and cane sugar. Discover legendary taste with America's #1 margarita. Premium flavored malt beverage. Please drink responsibly. All registered trademarks used under license by American Vintage Beverage Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Put down the boring burgers and sad salads. This is a flavor intervention. Spice up any bland meal with the bold taste of Hellmann's Spicy Mayonnaise. Much like the classic Hellmann's we all know and love, but with real peppers to give it that perfect kick. And to make a dish absolutely irresistible, all you need is Hellmann's Garlic Aioli, made with real garlic. Deliciously flavorful, 100% Hellmann's. Find spicy mayonnaise, garlic aioli, and even more exciting flavors at hellmanns.com.
AFK with Ninja.
So, dude, what inspired you to take on starting the Aoki Foundation and the Shift for Health? Was there like a moment in your touring and when you were just traveling so much and DJing where you were just like, dude, like something's got to change. I can't be doing it this way. I got to do it this way.
Well, it started, I started 11 years ago and originally I was trying to figure out like what we could do with these shows that I was doing where I can engage the crowd, have them, I would call it a party with a purpose. So like $1 from every ticket sold would go towards like this pool of money. And then I would crowdsource that money going towards like, a number of different charitable organizations or efforts that the fans, that were actually paying that $1 would go towards. And that's how it started. And it was going really well. And then my whole mission, I started to realize, and, as an artist, like, you're defining your sound. As a human, I was defining like, what are the real big tenets of my life that I really want to focus on and hope that we can achieve in our lifetime. And, one is eradicating all brain degenerative disease, like Alzheimer's, dementia, all that stuff that just, that plagues a lot of people, where you forget your memory and you forget your whole life. I mean, our our life is made of experiences and memories, and like, I think it's like an area that really needs more efforts and more funding. So I positioned Aoki Foundation probably 2015-ish to focus entirely on the human brain. And also, like, like the main thing is like, let's find these cures. Let's like really help out researchers and scientists find these cures. But I'm also really like a science fiction buff, and I've always been that way.
Yeah.
And the science fiction that really excites me are the ones that turn to science fact. So the things like science fiction is basically our imagination. Mm-hmm. It's like we're coming up with these stories and we write them out, and then boom, they become these beautiful stories that everyone watches on Marvel and DC and whatever sci-fi that just blows up. And we're just so excited because this is what we want to become. We want to become superheroes. We want to do things that are impossible. But some of these ideas are actually happening. These scientists are the superheroes, but they're not being really talked about or discussed in these small circles. That's where Aoki Foundation really sits. It really sits, like I always say, Aoki Foundation sits between science fiction and science fact. And the scientists and researchers that are trying to build these bridges between those two worlds to really shape and impact like my lifetime, your lifetime. When you see someone that's in a wheelchair and you can help them watch, or they like or walk, or if someone's like can't see and they can see again, if someone's blind or someone can't hear and they can hear again. Like there's certain things that are happening. That's where I want Aoki Foundation to sit, to not just raise money, but to just direct attention to. Because if you're so excited to see, Iron Man, and there's billions of people watching that and loving that, there's like the real Iron Man happening here, but they're not, there's no awareness because it's just in these small little science circles. So, at the end of the day, I'm trying to make science cool. Like that's another big focus for Aoki Foundation, and make it more popular.
Dude, so like the modern day Bill Nye, if you will, man.
Yeah. It's exactly like Bill Nye is like totally the dude that it ushered in a whole generation of like kids going, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like,
yeah, this is dope.
I
was a Bill Nye fan, bro.
Me too.
Hell yeah, man, dude. Yeah. I remember just every time we would come on, bro, Bill Nye, dude, and the whole chat just or in chat. Jesus, I'm a streamer. The whole freaking, the whole classroom just Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's an absolute legend, bro. An absolute freaking legend, mate. So I'm all over. I guess you could say like in between. I guess the science fiction, science fact, like TikTok, dude. Like I got all these like nutritionists that are in these articles and things and videos that come up about like they scientists believe that this was linked to to dementia, or this was linked to Alzheimer's, and like can prevent it or stop it.
Right.
I love that stuff. And then like one of the things was, and I don't know how recent this was. If I recall, this is actually a couple like years ago that I read it. Was like the scientists found that gum disease was like a direct link to, or like gum health was a direct link to Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And dude,
it's
that's
crazy,
like,
but dude, it's true. Yeah.
Dude, your mouth health and like your gut health as well. Your gut health is direct linked to your brain as well. You're eating well, your brain's going to be like, they literally share like a pathway. But
like the amyloid plaques that cause the memory loss that go between your neurotransmitters, the amyloid plaques, it's the plaques in between your teeth. They go through your gums, like they eventually like kind of go through your gums, and that's where it has this linkage. Because it does make sense. Tau buildup and beta amyloid plaque buildup are significant causes for why we don't forget our keys, or why we eventually forget ourselves. So
oh my God, bro.
It's wild, man. It's wild,
dude. That's a massive jump for getting keys and then forgetting ourselves. But dude, I'm already as I am the male stereotype, dude. That where it's like I just can't find my fucking wallet, dude. Like I don't know what happens, bro. Like I just come home, it's in my pocket, forget to take it out, realize it's there, put it down somewhere. Man. That's
why like I've made a major switch up for me, because like I switch up in sleep, because before I'd say, I made a documentary for Netflix called I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. And I really hated sleep. Like truly, like I just wanted to be awake, and I just loved being alive and just experiencing life. So I hated sleep, and I was always like working to I literally would pass out, like whether it's in the studio or, at my shows and stuff. And now it's all flipped. It's completely flipped because eventually if I continue doing this, the lack of sleep is also a big factor in leading to, brain diseases. So I am making major efforts on like making sure my RAM and deep are higher, getting my metrics on that. So I know where I'm sitting and just trying to get more sleep. It's like my main thing right now.
I love that. Absolutely. Like I know how important sleep is to so many people. Like it's if you're not getting good sleep, like it's worth the investment to, go to a place, go to a guy, go to a doctor's office or a local place where you can get like sleep tests done, because sleeping is the most important thing in the world. And like, I think there are ways to sleep less. It's all about like how well you're sleeping.
Yes, it's quality.
Right, sleep. It's quality sleep is more. It's everything, man. So like, like I'm drinking way less than I used to. Used to go super crazy, but like there's nothing worse than a binge drink session, and then like and then you pass out for like 6 to 8 hours, and those 6 to 8 hours you're literally not resting.
No, not at
all. Like your liver's been working 24/7. You probably wake up. Sometimes you wake up, you're still drunk.
Yeah.
And like, you can get, oh dude, I slept 10 hours and you still feel like absolute donkey shit.
Yeah,
so like,
no, I know. Cause I mean, I used to party like that, and literally like when you're drunk sleep, you get the worst sleep. Like you
feel worse when you wake up.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel
horrible sleep.
I love that. You're just freaking laying there, dude. You're just, it's terrible, man. That's terrible. So, dude, if we're talking so much about sleep, man, you just said you even flipped you said I'll sleep when I'm dead. Boom. Now you're flipping it around. It's the most important thing, dude. What are some tippy canoes, bro? What are some tips that you got to help to improve maybe people's sleep? Or what do you use? What do you do?
So the first thing that I think is important is understanding how well you sleep, and you don't really know unless like you just go. When you wake up next day, I feel pretty good. So that's, using your own kind of emotional response to how you slept. I mean, of course, that's what we use. But I also tack on getting real metrics. So I have a Whoop band I wear around my wrist. So then I can see like the 2 areas of sleep that mean the most to me, which is your REM sleep and your deep sleep. So I just check that every morning.
A Whoop band? Is it like WHOOP?
Yeah, exactly. So it's similar to there's another company called Aura.
Aura Ring. My wife swears by it, bro.
Yeah. So they're both the same. They check your heart rate, and they also check your temperature, body temp, because when you go into deeper sleep, your body temp actually drops. So it's able to detect how well you're sleeping by following your heart rate and all that stuff. I understanding your metrics is really, really important. That way, where you're sitting, and if you're already getting great sleep, then like you don't need to like worry. But if you want to get better sleep, then you're trying different things. Whether it's like I don't like to take melatonin too much, but like I might take a little. I might take like a
smidge,
1 mg. Like a very small amount. I was taking trazodone for a minute, which is like it helps you stay in uninterrupted sleep. So like my sleep, like when you look at my chart, sometimes it's like my brain wakes up for a period of time and I go back to sleep. Even though you're asleep, it like you don't feel that, but like you can see
your brain does. Yeah. That's crazy.
And you want to get like this, like a great uninterrupted sleep. So that helps there. So I've tried that. Like getting heat, excessive heat exposure. So I do saunas before I sleep. If you have like the capability to have a sauna or get like really hot, like a hot bath, that really like rests your heart rate. When you lower your heart rate, before you go to sleep, you're going to get better sleep. Not eating right before sleep is also really helpful. That's really helpful.
Yeah, I've tried to do that a lot. It's I would say that's actually one of the reasons I usually don't have that big of an issue. Like I hate snacking in the middle of the night. And big meals before bed are like usually a no-go.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have a big meal before bed, like I mean, you're probably not gonna get great sleep. So I try to like limit what I'm eating at least 2 hours, at the very least 2 hours, maybe 4. My friend does like 10 hours before he sleeps, and he's like the way my friend this guy, Brian Johnson, the way he treats sleep is like he has a family of kids. He's like, the only reason why you need to come in to wake me up is if it's life threatening, because he treats the sleep as non-negotiable. Like this is the most important part of his whole day is uninterrupted sleep. It's like, if you treat it like that, it's also, I think, the mindset of treating sleep as like this really absolutely integral part of your day. And some people are like, well, I mean, I need to be up, because like, that's how I am. Like our studio time that we sometimes are in the studio from like 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. And then I have to fly out at 8 a.m. And that's just how life is for me. So sometimes I just have to run and gun it like that.
Oh no, dude! I absolutely love that, man. My wife and I recently had like our DNA. Like we took a bunch of blood samples and sent it into this place, and they like basically were able to tell us like everything and anything about our DNA. And awesome. And like, dude, yeah, it was absolutely worth it. And one of the things was like was melatonin, and like how well our body processes it, and if we produce enough naturally and things like that. And I believe that both my wife and I had on this, like on the list of melatonin and how our body reacts to it, we were both on like the there was like a green arrow on it, like with like an like upwards, which means like our bodies could use a little bit of extra melatonin to like reach the level that like we should be at, if that makes sense.
Right.
And I've never needed help sleeping, but like it's one of those things where like if you you got to take sleep serious, dude. Like, and I absolutely love it. And I don't think I do enough. Like I still sleep with my dogs, and I hate it, dude. Like I hate it. There's nothing more amazing. There is nothing more amazing than cuddling with your dogs, dude. Like we have 3 of them, and they're all little, and we sleep with them every night. Cloud, our youngest, sleeps in between Jess and I.
Nice.
One sleeps on my side, and then one sleeps by Jess. But like, dude, what happens to me, and it's happened again. We've had them for like 9 years. Yeah. Like I can't move. Yeah. And like naturally, your body, like I'm pinned. I got one on my left, one on my right, and your body naturally, like for me, like I wake up, dude, probably like 10, 15 times a night, like legitimately, and just to like roll over and then fall back asleep. But naturally, I mean, we've had 2 nights in a row where our mother-in-law's here and she's taking care of them, and they like go in her room when she's there, and we don't have them in our bed. And dude, I'm telling you, I just pass out. I pass out right away, and I don't find myself rolling back and forth over and over and over again. Right. So like, I think I'm just gonna, and I've been talking about it with Jess a lot, dude. I think it's time I just pull the trigger on it, where it's just like we just kennel him up and just have him like by our bedside, but not.
Yeah. I think you have to like really think about your sleep, your quality of sleep, as a high priority for your quality of life, because it's going to increase your quality of life over time. So I think that's a really good move. I also want to mention for people, like if they're interested in sleep study to get better sleep, there is a guy that he's awesome. To me, he's like the god of sleep. His name's Matthew Walker. And he wrote a book called Why We Sleep, and he's just so knowledgeable on the area of sleep and how to sleep better, and why sleep is so important. And after I learned a lot from him, he has a masterclass on sleep as well.
That's nuts,
dude. It's just incredible. Like it's so incredible. Like, REM is, he basically says REM is where you press save on your memories. So if you have shit REM when you sleep, you're basically like over time going to forget those chunks of your day, of your experiences that you don't want to forget. Memories are so important, as I was saying, that's how I feel. So yeah, I highly recommend checking out Matthew Walker for sure.
No, man, I know how important it is. And like, I almost feel like these last 5 years of my life, I can only imagine what it's like for you, dude, because you've been doing this since what you said, 2006, you started doing all these crazy tours, man. But yeah, these last 5 years for me, dude, I have to go out of my way to try to like pull back memories, pull memories from my head. Like sometimes I don't even remember them at all. Like someone will mention it, and then it's like, someone unlocks a memory, right, where they just say a keyword or something, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. But like sometimes I forget, what happened the day before, dude. Like.
Tyler, what about like this? So, because when I gaming at night is fun, right? I don't know. Like for me, during COVID when I really got into gaming. My ex girlfriend at the time, She go to bed. I'll be like, all right, I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. She's like, you coming? It's like, no.
Oh, it's my gaming time from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Literally.
You know, like gaming at night is like always my thing, you know, because like my whole day is filled with stuff to do. You go to bed and you just like, you see and feel like the gunshots and like, you know, like the action that you
just know, you 100% that you just like witness. I get that. For like, I don't game, believe it or not, I don't game as much at night as I used to.
That's probably smart, right?
Yes and no. I mean, for me, it was like, I mean, I feel like I've gotten a lot closer to my wife because we're going to sleep at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last time. I literally, like, legitimately right now, I don't remember the last time that I went to bed without her. Like,
I love that.
It's connect. Like, even if by the way, even if I'm playing on my laptop in bed, like, that's fine. Like, I'll take that. But like, when I'm actually in like my freaking dojo, my gaming setup, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I almost never do that anymore.
Yeah.
But no, dude. Yeah. I mean, during COVID, like when I was grinding, like that was when I was on Mixer too for like a year. And then even after that on Twitch, like I was just playing nothing but video games, dude. I was just thinking about League of Legends, Valorant, like whatever game I was playing and grinding that day. I just couldn't get those situations like out of my head. It was all I was thinking about.
Yeah. You'd always like, you like dream about it. Like if you, especially you play and then you go to sleep, it's like, that's like those scenarios start happening in your dream.
Yeah, bro. Hey, man, that's hardcore gaming, dude. Even when you go to sleep, it doesn't turn off.
Yeah, exactly.
No, man. So what are you, I mean, listen, of course I'm a fucking gamer. You just mentioned it. I gotta ask, bro, what was your guilty pleasure during the COVID days, bro? Or just recently, like, what do you...
COD.
Of course, dude.
Warzone. I mean, I'm still playing Warzone.
You still like it? Yeah.
Yeah. I just stopped. I just played a quick game before this interview.
Let's go, dude.
I just dropped in. Like I did a quick. I'm like, yo, I gotta get on this thing in like 5 minutes. I gotta go. And then I just
my man, dude.
But I just got in the League too. Like League is 2023 new game for me. I mean, I played COD for the last 3 years, and now I play some TFT. And
TFT's chill.
Yeah, TFT is cool, man. I love chess. I love playing chess. So I think that's like kind of a different form of chess. But
it definitely is, man. What do you think about chess's like resurgence these last couple of years? Because I don't know if it's just me, like, but what do you think? Like, I feel like, dude, it's been all over my feed. I've seen it way more on TikTok. Like, it's everywhere, bro.
Like, I think with Queen's Gambit, that was definitely a force. Like, I mean, everyone saw Queen's Gambit on Netflix. I don't know if you saw that. Like, that really like made chess cool for sure. And now I play chess all the time. I mean, I'm playing chess, like I have a chess.com account. So I play every time.
You're climbing the leaderboard, huh?
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like, I climb and I get killed. I just get destroyed.
Yeah, there's definitely levels to that shit. I can only imagine where it's like you only have such an understanding of chess and then like you literally plateau unless you go a layer further, right? You peel back another layer of chess and then start diving into actual like maneuvers and openings and things like that, and really understanding the game at a high level.
Like, the main thing for me, I realize, is that I can only think two steps ahead, and I can't assume to think 5 when I can't even think 3. So when I'm playing certain players, like if they can think 3, then I'm already
then you lose. Yeah, 100%. Oh, that's such an interesting way of putting it, dude.
Yeah, so I'm like still like at this level. So one thing I recommend with chess is like to get a coach. God, every time I had a coach just talk to me for 30 minutes, even 30 minutes, like my game improved drastically. It's incredible what a coach is able to, because they give you like this bird's eye view, and they show you like you know, you play a very similar game. Your brain like wants to play this very similar game because it only knows to this level, right? Yeah. So like once you start like uncovering the field of war, the fog of war,
yeah,
you know, so using gamer terms, but
I love it.
Then you really can like go, wow, I did not see that, and then you could start applying that. And it's I don't know. I every time I'm lucky because of who I am, and I'm a big chess head and a chess fan. So the chess, you know, the grandmasters, I've met a few of them, and they come to my shows. and they bring a
man,
board and we play after my show. I've done it a couple times, so that's pretty cool.
so sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so fucking dope, bro. I love that, man. I love that, dude. First off, I feel like DJs, you guys are just so like in the moment, come on down. Like, dude, I don't think I've ever met a DJ like I'm in the scene a little bit, right? Like, I feel like gaming and EDM, it's almost like hand in hand, like in my opinion. And I feel like there's so many times where I'll get hooked up with one of them, and they're just like, come through. Like that's literally like I don't think I've ever met an artist or artists that are always just like down for fucking anything. so like just the fact that you're into chess and now all these chess GMs or grandmasters are like, yeah, dude, I'll come to your show. It's like, dude, let's play. And then you guys play after like,
I'm like, bring a board.
Yeah, bring a board. Let's do it.
Bring a board.
Oh, that's so sick.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, you're right. Because I think with like DJ culture, it's super chill.
Yeah.
I love, I mean, personally, because I get to travel so much, I'm always surrounded with my crew. I want to meet new people. I want to see people if you're in town, like I definitely want to link up, it's just like that's the highlights, that's like the highlights to like meet up with new people, do fun, different activities than what I normally do. And obviously with chess, I'm like, sweet. I get to learn at the same time. This is pretty awesome. So
win-win, dude. Massive love you.
We're going AFK with Ninja. What's he gonna say?
The legend of Cayman Jack is just around the corner. Mixed with blue agave nectar, real lime juice, and cane sugar for the perfect balance of sweet, salty, and sour every time. Discover legendary taste with Cayman Jack, America's #1 margarita. Premium flavored malt beverage. Please drink responsibly. All registered trademarks used under license by American Vintage Beverage Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Put down the boring burgers and sad salads. This is a flavor intervention. Spice up any bland meal with the bold taste of Hellmann's spicy mayonnaise, much like the classic Hellmann's we all know and love, but with real peppers to give it that perfect kick. And to make a dish absolutely irresistible, all you need is Hellmann's garlic aioli, made with real garlic. Deliciously flavorful, 100% Hellmann's. Find spicy mayonnaise, garlic aioli, and even more exciting flavors at hellmanns.com.
AFK with Ninja.
Dude, this or that segment, these can be as short or as long as you want to answer them, man. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, dude. Vegas or New York?
Vegas.
Live show or studio session?
Live show.
Of course, dude. One Piece or Attack on Titan?
Oh, God. One Piece.
No way.
Yes.
Dude. Do I pull the trigger, dude? Do I just dive into it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my God. I've never freaking done, obviously I'm a huge fan of Attack on Titan, but it's like such a insurmountable obstacle to get through those episodes, dude.
I know.
All right. Dude, all right. Tour life or home life?
Oh, God. I love the tour life. 80% of the time I'm on the road, so tour life.
Okay. Cold plunge or hot sauna?
Oh, cold plunge. Let's live in the cold, baby.
Dude,
I love it. Just did it last
I gotta
night.
pull the trigger on that too, dude.
Yeah.
I do I'll do after like a crazy workout. I'll like hop in a cold shower.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
all right, Tyler. Like this is the opportunity to come to my house and do it together because it's a different experience when you're doing it with someone that's like got your back. Like
right. Like you're in there with me, bro.
Okay. We're like we do it together. It's gonna be the best cold plunge experience. So like
I'm in.
I'm in Vegas.
I'm literally in, dude.
Yeah. So like if we can find time, anytime like you're in Vegas and we have time, even for an hour, you can just I'll drop you the cold plunge and I got my sauna cooking up. So it's just like boom, boom.
Okay. Perfect. All right, man. Literally say less. I'm in. Okay. Vinyl or digital DJing?
Oh, I mean, I in this day and age and technology is going to be digital.
Okay. Punk or EDM?
These are good.
Yeah, dude.
My core is EDM, but my roots are punk.
Okay.
EDM.
Oh, I love it. It's a great answer. Great answer. Being in your 20s, 30s, or 40s?
Oh, I'm reveling right now in my 40s. Loving it.
Thank God. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
As I'm 32 myself, man. Are you a homebody or a social butterfly, dude?
Bit of both, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna go with social because this it's just like, you know, like the Steve Aoki on stage is social. You know, like he just turns on.
What is your favorite punk band?
Gorilla Biscuits, but they're more hardcore. Yeah, I would. You know, I'm like it's part of the culture.
What is an embarrassing song that you love to belt?
God, it's not embarrassing if you love to belt it.
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know. Unless you know, I don't know. It's a cringe song. Maybe it's Rick Astley, dude. Never gonna give you up.
Evanescence. I don't know if that's an embarrassing one, but like I love Evanescence.
All right, how do you know when your work is finished?
Okay, so when my work is finished is God. How do I know? I
get a lot of mixed answers. You know
what it is? It's like when I finish a track, and sometimes it's like 2 weeks, and sometimes it's 2 years. Like it's crazy. Some of these tracks I have that have been sitting there at the 25 to the 26K marathon mile mark. Like I know at the 26, like right when it gets there. Yeah, after like the you know once you listen to it in all like so I listen to my music in all different kinds of speaker situations, whether it's iPhone, laptop, my speakers in my studio, car, everything. Once I do the full check and the studio check, once I do all of that, then I know for sure.
I love that, dude. That's dope. I by the way, no one's ever answered it like that. I've had a couple of artists I've asked that question to, and I love that you put it through the ringer, dude. You all right, 66666. All right, dude. If you had to delete all but 3 applications from your phone, which ones would you keep? And they have to be downloaded from the App Store, so not what comes with it.
Okay, so I can't delete Instagram.
Okay,
that's for sure. Like it's just my go-to, and TikTok.
Yes, dude.
Those two for sure.
Painfully addicted.
Let me look at my phone. Let's see what apps I have on here that like I just can't delete.
Dude, so literally, you and everyone else do that. Everyone's like, "Let me get my phone, dude."
I'm gonna save my Whoop.
Because
I obsess with that. I like literally look at that data every day.
All right, bro. Last final question. We're obviously on the AFK with Ninja podcast, stands for away from keyboard. Some people know what it means, some people don't. But dude, in your own words, Steve, define AFK. What do you do when you're AFK?
Oh, what do I do when I'm AFK? I'm usually grabbing a smoothie.
That's it, dude. Just
grabbing a quick smoothie.
Any particular one that's just like your go-to? Like I gotta have it?
Yeah, so I have my smoothies always got collagen.
Dude, I literally pour. I have a scoop of collagen in my morning coffee every morning.
Yeah. I got to get my collagen in. I kind of obsessed with collagen. I just like definitely do it every day. So got my collagen. I put my cocoa flavonoids in there. I add some cinnamon. I know it's kind of weird in a smoothie. And then I, get my protein powder, my whey isolate protein powder. I throw some ice in there so it's a little bit crunchy, just a little. And then I put in some, what kind of milk do I do?
It's better be oat milk, man. Oat milk or cocos, anything. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I think, believe it or not, I think coconut milk would actually, I feel like it would go better in a smoothie.
Yeah.
All right, dude, Steve, first off, I'm going to try that. It sounds incredible. But dude, thank you so much for taking the time to come on here, man. Chit chat with me, shoot the shit. Appreciate you, dude.
Yeah,
and thank you, dude. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Tyler.
And there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of another epic AFK with Ninja episode. If you've enjoyed the journey thus far, please consider leaving a rating, review, and hitting that follow button. We have a ton of incredible guests coming your way, and I want you to be the first to know when a new episode drops. Until next time, catch you soon.
It's AFK with Ninja. Ninja's got a show. It's AFK with Ninja, the best podcast in the world. AFK.
The legend of Cayman Jack is just around the corner. Mixed with blue agave nectar, real lime juice, and cane sugar. for the perfect balance of sweet, salty, and sour every time. Discover legendary taste with Cayman Jack, America's #1 margarita. Premium flavored malt beverage. Please drink responsibly. All registered trademarks used under license by American Vintage Beverage Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Put down the boring burgers and sad salads. This is a flavor intervention. Spice up any bland meal with the bold taste of Hellmann's spicy mayonnaise, much like the classic Hellmann's we all know and love, but with real peppers to give it that perfect kick. And to make a dish absolutely irresistible, all you need is Hellmann's garlic aioli, made with real garlic. Deliciously flavorful, 100% Hellmann's. Find spicy mayonnaise, garlic aioli, and even more exciting flavors at hellmanns.com.